Hi students, let us continue with chapter 7, ratio and proportion. Today we will be discussing about few properties on proportion. Properties of proportion. So till now what we had gone through in proportion are the things we have learned in our lower classes. Now we are going to learn a few new topic on proportion, that is properties of proportion. We are new to it. So, if the four quantities A, B, C, D form a proportion, you know that we need four quantities to form a proportion. Then, if A is to B, that is E is to C is to D, will be the proportion, right? If A, B, C and D are the four quantities, then the proportion forms. So, using the properties of proportion, we will be getting many other proportions. So, let us see how do we get those proportions. So, our first property is, coming to the first property, the first one is invertendo. It is invertendo. Okay. So, according to this property, if A is to B equals to C is to D, then B is to A equals to D is to C. Just have a look what we have done here. A is to B equal to, if this is equal to C is to D, then B is to A will be equal to D is to C. So what happened from the first one, it is exchanged, right? A is to B became B is to A. Similarly, C is to D became D is to C. So this is called as invertendo. So how do we get the proof of it? I'll just show you. A is to B equal to C is to D. That implies A by B equal to C by D. So if it is so, I can write it the other way also, right? B by A will be equal to D by C, right? So how will this proportion? This is equal. If I can write A by B equal to C by D, then obviously B by A should be equal to D by C. So I can write this as B is to A equal to D is to C. So this is how you do. We are taking reciprocal on both the sides, so we get the invertendo. Now other proportions, I am not going to prove it for you. I will just explain it. You could just go through your textbook, then you will get a clear idea about the proof. Okay. I am just explaining you the properties only. I am just noting down the properties here. Okay. Using that properties we will be solving our problems. Now coming to the alternando. Alternando. According to this property, if A is to B equal to C is to D, then A is to C should be equal to B is to D. So what happened? This 2 is getting interchanged. Okay. So just go through the page number 95 in your textbook. The proof is given in page number 95. Go through that. If you have any doubt on that, please do ask me. Okay. So now coming to the third property. What's the third property? Third property is given as componendo. Componendo. So in this case, if A is to B equal to C is to D, then A plus B is to B equal to C plus D is to D. So this is how you do it. A plus B is to B will be equal to C plus D is to D. This is the property. The proof you just go through your textbook. Okay. So A plus B is to B equal to C plus D is to D. You must learn all these properties also. Okay. Now coming to dividendo. So in this, if A is to B equal to C is to D, then similar to componendo, but instead of plus you have a minus here. A minus B is to B equal to C minus D is to D. Okay. Now coming to the fifth one. What is the fifth property? It is componendo and dividendo. Componendo and dividendo. So if it's componendo and dividendo, this is a combination of third and fourth property. So if A is to B equal to C is to D, then A plus B is to A minus B equal to C plus D is to C minus D. You can see the combination of the componendo and dividendo here. That's componendo and dividendo property. Okay. So these are the properties. Using these properties you will be solving few problems. So let us see how to use this property in our problems and solve. Okay. So coming to the exercise 7C. Not every question may need the properties. Okay. Only few questions in this. So let us see. So coming to the first question. If A is to B equal to C is to D, prove that. What's the first sub question given? 5A plus 7B is to 5A minus 7B equal to 5C plus 7D is to 5C minus 7D. Okay. So what is given to us is A is to B equal to B is to C. A is to B equal to C is to D. So using this you need to prove the following given proof. So you can prove that this is equal to this. How do you prove it? Okay. So coming to that, we can take A is to B equal to C is to D is given to us. So what is that? What does that mean? A by B equal to C by D. Right? So what I do is I need to, from this given, I need to get back this. Correct? So what do I do now is, here what I have with A, 5. C also we have 5. With B and D I have 7. So I will do one thing. Multiply 5 by 7 on both the sides. Multiply 5 by 7 on both the sides. Okay. So what I get? 5A by 7B equal to 5C by 7D. Is it clear? To this equation I multiply by 5 by 7 on both the sides. So I got 5A by 7B equal to 5C by 7D. Now what do you need to get? You need to get this way. Right? What do you need to get? Like 5A plus 7B, that form. In order to get that, what we can use? You can use the property. Use property. Which property are you using? Please do mention. Okay. Componendo and dividendo. Okay, that's only one property which has both addition and subtraction. So what was that property? You remember? Just have a look here. What was that property? If A is to B equal to C is to D, then A plus B is to A minus B should be equal to C plus D is equal to C minus D. Correct? So if we have it as 5A by 7B, right? So this can be written as 5A plus 7B by 5A minus 7B equal to 5C plus 7D by 5C minus 7D. So this can be written as 5A plus 7B is to 5A minus 7B equal to 5C plus 7D is to 5C minus 7D. So we got back the proof. So hence proved. So only if A is to B equal to C is to D is given, by multiplying with both the numerator and denominator you can get back into this form using the properties. Okay. So now we need to get the next one, right? Second sub question. You need to prove that 9A plus 13B is to into 9C minus 13D equal to 9C plus 13D into 9A minus 13B. Okay. So it's given as A is to B equal to C is to D. Same thing is given, right? So A by B equal to C by D you have. Now what do you have with 9? A and C, you have 9 and B and D you have 13. So what I need to do? Multiply 9 by 13 on both the sides. Multiply 9 by 13 on both the sides. So what do you get? 9A by 13B equals to 9C by 13D. Okay. Now similar way I can apply which property? Apply componendo and dividendo. Apply componendo and dividendo, I get 9a plus 13b by 9a minus 13b equals to 9c plus 13d by 9c minus 13d. You got it like this. But what do we need now? You need to get it in the form 9c minus of. So what I need to do? I can multiply, cross multiply, right? So what I get? 9a plus 13b. Whatever form they have asked, we need to make it to that form. Okay. 13d equal to 9c plus 13d into 9a minus 13b. Okay. This is how you prove it. So write down the properties of proportion in your classwork along with the proof that's given in your textbook, and do the third sub question of the first main in your classwork, and you can do the second question also. Okay, complete till second question, question number 2 in your classwork. Okay, thank you students.